Hello, all my nerd friends out there. This is Mr. Chill here, and we got some One Piece greatness to talk about today. One Piece 1000, chapter 1073. And it's a chapter, we got some answers and more questions now. You know what I'm saying? Okay, basically, the new character that came on, the clone of Miss Buckingham. And perfect, how can I say this? A perfect coincidence. We got the clone of Miss Buckingham in this chapter. I didn't know who the hell she is. She ran with the Rock Pirate. She's a clone of one of Rock Pirate's um, crewmates. And we actually now found out who that old lady is that's assuming she had a kid with Whitebeard. And that big old wormer, that big old giant kid, I guess it's Junior. I think his name's Edward too. So that's what Whitebeard's name was, Edward. Uh, Cheech, I think, or I think I forgot. So his name was Edward too. So, and now we find out that she is a former member. She's still alive too, old as hell. Former member of the Rock Pirates, self-proclaimed scientist. She was a scientist for the Rock Pirates, a mad resident, a freeloader, Miss Buckingham Stussy. And we see how cute she looked back in the day. So I'm guessing that clone was her Rock Pirate Day look. She actually, that clone took out the CP0 quickly. She basically, I guess she has some kind of power to paralyze or put to sleep. She put to sleep that Giraffe guy and put to sleep Rob Lucci, knocked them out. She was an undercover agent that Dr. Vegan Punk made to go 20 years undercover with the Navy. So she's been undercover for a long time and knows a lot of stuff, a lot of information, a lot of secrets for Dr. Vegan Punk. Remember, he wasn't really with the Navy. He just wanted to use their money, their resources. So that's why this day came that she could really use them. And that was pretty cool. And now all the androids that Dr. Vegan Punk created got the Seraphins on the controls. That little part of the story is over with. They're about to leave the island, but we still, because the real Dr. Vegapunk is doing drama with Bonnie. So we didn't get that part of the story. I hate when they do that too. When we found out something big last week, last chapter of One Piece, that Bonnie was about to touch um, Kuma's pom pom power. He left behind, I guess, all the painful memories or some of his memories in his big old balloon palm ability he has. And Dr. Vegapunk's like, nah, you don't touch that. Don't touch it whatsoever. It's bad news. And Bonnie can listen to Dr. Vegapunk, so we don't know what's gonna happen then. There's a lot of questions we don't know now. But now the big thing was the end, the big things in the end. Cause we meet, I guess the Navy attacked one of the islands that Whitebeard owned. One of the place, I guess his homeland that even Marco, yeah, Marco was living there at the time being as well. But when he left to go help Luffy against Kaido, he came back, found out the Navy was trying to look for Whitebeard's treasure, whatever. The one that protect when Whitebeard's home was Miss Buckingham. Miss Buckingham, the old school pirate. That's where we find out that little old lady is Miss Buckingham and her son that's supposed to be Whitebeard. And I guess during the fight, Whitebeard was able to stop the Navy. He got taken by the Navy. It says right here, none other than an Admiral Reguku, that one of the admirals. He wasn't pulling any punches. They take my sweet wheelie away, get me my beloved son back, and while you're at it, fork over a new gate inheritance too. And so the son got taken by the Navy, by the Admiral. The Admiral was able to take him down. So that was pretty crazy. Took him down, left her behind, and we found out that is Miss Buckingham. She is, and it makes sense if this is true. Even Marco doesn't believe. Marco, I can hear in your tone you still doubt he's Whitebeard, son. Well, I know someone who can prove it, Dr. Vegan Punk, and that's gonna be crazy. Maybe Dr. Vegan Punk's the one help Miss Buckingham give birth to the son, to Whitebeard. Is this really true? Is that the kind of like weird looking deformed kid? I'm not being rude, but he is weird. Weird kid, just has white beard. The only thing he resembles a Whitebeard, maybe how big he is his mustache. That's it. That's the only thing he resembles from his father. If it is true. Um, Sent to a prison from protecting his villain father's village. Isn't this attractive? Don't you get our boys no more? So yeah, okay, yeah, he went to prison. I'll just make sure any information. But yeah, that is it true? Cause it will make sense now. I was wondering, it's like, man, how does this make sense? How can Whitebeard have a kid with this lady? Like, we never saw you before, but we know that Whitebeard had connection with the Rock Pirates. He was part of the Rock Pirate crew back in the day, with Kaido and Big Mama, and this old lady came out of nowhere. Now we know she's Miss Buckingham. Back to the young day, we see her clone. She is a good looker, so she will probably Whitebeard will probably fall for something like that. And maybe it's true. They both were on the same crew. Maybe they both had connections. So maybe it's a big. Maybe it did have something happen. No one would know but her and Dr. Vegan Punk, the OGs. There are not that many people witnessing, but why Whitebeard care about family so much? Did she keep it a secret from him all this time? If it's true, like if he knew he had a son, he would want him all around with him all around. And if they had a close relationship, I think she would be part of the crew, Whitebeard's crew, hold down. One thing Whitebeard loved more than anything than the One Piece or treasure or adventure was family. He loved family. He went war against Ace for Ace, not blood related, but with for any one of his kids, he loves them. He's a big family man. That's what made Whitebeard kind of like everyone loyal to him. Everyone looked up to Whitebeard. He cared about his crew. He cared about his crew. He saw them as his kids. So if I don't know if she really did hid it from him, or this is a lie. This does, because I guess Marco's not believing it, because if Whitebeard had a kid, he will be there for the kid. He wouldn't abandon the kid. He wouldn't. Only she kept it a secret. Why you'll keep it a secret? I don't know. That's what's weird. It's weird. It's gonna be interesting to see Miss Buckingham's story right here, if it's legit. That's what's weird about it. All this. I don't think it's really his son. I don't think no one does. But there's a story behind it, because the only one people I know, Dr. Fing Punga, maybe he was tell him. Maybe we're gonna find out the answer soon. And Dr. Fing Pung knows everything. That guy knows all the secrets out there. And it'll be pretty cool. Hopefully, getting no more. We hear more and more of the Rock Pirates these days. We got Kaido. We heard about his story so far. Big Mama, another Rock Pirate crewmate, and now we see Miss Buckingham. We're getting a lot of Rock Pirates. Like, we're hearing a lot more crewmates from them. So hopefully, maybe one day, One Piece history, a movie or OVA, we see that epic fight between Gold Rogers and Goku's. I'm not Goku. My fault. Luffy's grandpa, Gramps or Garp. Yeah, Admiral Garp. I think it's Admiral. I think he was Admiral at the time. Admiral Garp. Teamed up against the Rock Pirates, and see Captain Rocks as well. See all them, all in that big old epic fight. That was the biggest war they said he had, and this was gonna be the biggest epic war as well. It's coming up. One Piece. That was the epic war. Imagine getting that. And see more of the Rock Pirate crew days. See Kaido's young days as a part of the Rocks. See Big Mama part of the Rocks, Rock Pirate days, and see Whitebeard as well. How they're Avenger, were they ruthless? What changed their characters a lot to turn who they are now. Big Mama and Kaido. Big Mama and Kaido were kind of close in the Rock Pirates. I think Big Mama took Kaido under his wing, kind of like a big brother, big sister thing going on. Obviously, we saw maybe a relationship form between Miss Buckingham and Whitebeard. Maybe something did happen. Then Captain Rocks, how he treated crewmates, how he was able to control all these powerful crew members. He had a beast of a crew. The three big ones that became emperors under his watch. Still, no one in this day. Well, actually, you could. I just laugh right now, because the only one to compare it to right now, Gold Rogers, his crew basically had two emperors. If you count his Shank and um uh damn Buggy. Yeah, Buggy, there we go. My fault. I forgot his name for a second. Buggy. Both emperors part of Gold Rogers crew. That's true, yeah. But I'm just trying to name any of those characters, any captains back in the old days that have emperors now in their crew, that have emperors. Rocks was the only one that had three emperors running under his crew, with Big Mama, Kaido, and Whitebeard. Like, no one had that except for, like I said, Gold Rogers had Buggy. I can't believe he's an emperor, but he is an emperor. And Shank are both emperors right now. Oh, Whitebeard. Well, Whitebeard had Blackbeard under his crew, and that's the only emperor he had under his crew. So, pretty crazy. It's pretty. Just you think about that, it's like, Rocks, that's gonna be a good story to see one day. Hopefully, I want to see a movie. That'll be a cool movie to watch. Just not Luffy. I know it'll be hard to do a One Piece with no Luffy and the rest of Straw Hat Pirate, but a big old movie of that big epic fight between those two crews, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. I would love to see that. But what you guys think? And obviously, we get to meet one. He's making a move, I guess. I almost forgot this out. One of the admirals, Rikuku, or Kazuo. I keep forgetting the admiral's name. Forgive me for that. The one that has a light like power fruit. Once long ago, time ago, like he's one of the admirals talking to one of the elders. He is the highest authority in the world, one of the five elders, Saint J. Garcia Saturn. Forgive me if I mispronounce him, but he's one of the five elders. And he's asking, hey, you know Dr. Vegan Punk real well? Before I say once, a long time ago, I think what happening now is truly such a shame. So, like, we're gonna be getting into a lot of backstories now, we got a backstory about Kuma, kind of a little bit of his. We're probably not all the information, but we got a little more of him. The relationship Dr. Vegan Punk had with Dragon. Obviously, he had a relationship during the Rock Pirate crew days, with Dr. Vegan Punk. I wonder if he was part of the Rock Pirate days. He had to be. If he, like, she knows Miss Buckingham, Whitebeard, and he knows all that. So maybe he was part of Rock Pirate days. I don't know. How old is Dr. Vegan Punk? They didn't even say that. Yeah, that's a good question. But just get into all these knowledge. That's what I love about One Piece a lot. There's a lot of history and knowledge out there. That crazy connection and that characters have with each other that we didn't get. Oh, this character is connected with that character somehow. That character is connected with that character. That's what I love about One Piece. There's a lot of history in it. It's a big open world universe that everyone has connected or hated that person, rivals or enemies or allies, love that person, hate that person. Just a lot of story to tell in One Piece. I love it. But comment below what you guys think of One Piece chapter 1073. What you like what you like about what you think do you think that Edward, I think that's the name, Edward, that big old white beard, supposed to be Whitebeard's son, is that really his son? Is Miss Buckingham the real Miss Buckingham? They had a thing with Whitebeard. Did they really have a relationship? They really had kids? Comment below. You think that is true? Is that really Whitebeard's son? Comment below. I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts on that. And what you guys think is gonna happen next week's chapter. Well, 2 weeks. It's on a break now. In 2 weeks, there's more questions coming out. I'm still upset we're not getting freaking Law versus Blackbeard. That's been so long ago. 2 months, 3 months, I believe. I don't even know. It's been forever since we got that fight continue. That's why it kind of sucks. But the only thing that sucks about Oda, he gives us something exciting, and we had to wait months or weeks and weeks or months and weeks or months for that answer. Like, when we're gonna find out about Kuma's back, so why he basically did what he had to do, turn himself into an android, basically kind of killed himself, left Bonnie. When are we gonna get the answer to that? Who's winning between Law and Blackbeard? Is this really? Are we gonna get the answer next chapter? Is this really Whitebeard's son? We've been waiting for that for a while, actually. So are we gonna really get the answer there? There's a lot of answers we haven't got the answer. A lot of questions out there we haven't got the answer for. So how long we gonna wait for that? So please, I hope we get the answers real soon. I will love that. But comment below, give me you guys thoughts of this week's chapter of One Piece 1073. I'd like to hear it. But thank you all for watching my video. Please hit that like button if you enjoy watching, and please subscribe to get all my nerd reviews. I talk about One Piece, My Hero Academia, Black Clover, Chainsaw Man, Dragon Ball Super, Boruto, and throw in some other mangas you want me review. I've been trying to get into Jujutsu Kaisen again. I've been behind. I'm gonna try and catch up. I might do a review of that. Maybe if you want me to, comment below. If you want me to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen or some of the other mangas out there, throw some names. I like to review and talk to some manga about you guys. Please comment below. But thank you all again for watching. Hope you all have a good day and good night. Remember, stay nerdy forever. Bye.